As you can see, we have something very special happening right here on stage in our exam room today. Mary is a 49-year-old female who's been living with a mole on her face that she's wanted to get rid of her entire life. And Mary, I have to ask you, what is it about the mole that has given you so much grief?
Well, children teased me when I was younger, and I would be embarrassed and try to pick it off and make a bloody mess.
It's right between her eyes, so when people look at her in the eyes, what do they see? They see this mole.
And this is something that you've been thinking about since you were just a little kid.
I saw it every day when I go to brush my teeth, when I wash my face.
And that's what you would see,
and
that and nothing
else.
else.
I see what people are looking at when they look in my eyes and look at me. They're looking at this mole. And
so are you excited now? Are you nervous?
yes. Oh, I'm both.
So Travis,
walk us through this.
We're going to do a little plastic surgery. She's completely sterile here, and I have a great assistant here, Rob, working with me today. I'm doing a special cut with the scalpel, beveling it so that I have edges that will be everted when I close this mole.
You're not feeling a thing, right?
No.
I hope it's numb.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was anesthetized before she came out.
You know, this is her face. This is a very sensitive area, so the whole planning of this incision is based on the natural lines of expression in her face. And, you know, as you can see, this is a little bit of what we would call a vascular area, meaning that there is a little bit of bleeding that we have to stop, correct? So we're going to do that right now for her. You may see a little bit of smoke.
What Dr. Orden is doing is he's actually closing off blood vessels with the cautery device.
Right.
And that's the smoke you're seeing. Something that we use in medicine all the time. If you have a mole that you don't like...
This is not mother's mole removal.
Right. You don't want to try to remove it at home. You don't want to try to pick it off at home. Because if you do, you're going to end up with a big scar.
We're going to close it with clear, dissolvable stitches below the skin, and then we're going to use special tissue glue, Durabond, that we're going to put on top of that. Ultimately, when this heals, you're never going to see it.
One of the reasons that people do get their moles removed is because sometimes moles change. And sometimes you have to be concerned, is this mole cancerous? And if it is, you need to see your doctor and get a biopsy. And that's the reason we remove moles beyond, this is purely for cosmetics.
This is what you call an excisional biopsy. We're going to send this. It's going to be analyzed. I mean, I'm 99.9% sure that this is benign. Why? She's had it all her life. It hasn't changed.
There are really many reasons to get these moles removed. And one of them can be, hey, I just don't like it.
Well, absolutely. And you're going to see Mary minus her mole. She is going to look significantly better. She's just going to look cleaner.
Let's see Mary's face without her mole. Smile.
Obviously, the mole is gone. You see a little incision line which will disappear. We place that in a natural crease in her nose. It's a little red there where the stitches were placed, and then we use that special glue which is making it a little bit red. But when that all heals up, it's going to be nice and smooth, and you will be moleless.
All right.